Okay, today is Tuesday. It's 1:48 a.m. It is June 3rd. It's a Tuesday. So this is why trading is so difficult for me. For me, this is why trading is so difficult. Um, so I spent last week getting to 4% profit, a little over 4%. And then all morning it was like really, really, really slow. I mean, right after I came back from Washington, it was really, really slow. It wasn't moving at all. So I got into a trade thinking that I'll make a small little trade. Okay, I was thinking, okay, so I'm gonna make a small trade with the Nasdaq, and then all of a sudden it starts moving. Okay, and to make it worse, I top ticked it. And then it started going and going and going and going, and I'm listening to the podcast. My brain is scattered, and it's going down and down and down. And I'm thinking, oh my god, it's at $25 loss. Okay, I was trying to make a dollar or two, and it was down $25. So I got out of it because it had this huge red candle, several red candles, and then I went short. Then it started to reverse back up, so I lost for the second time. And then my brainless mind decided to go short. I mean, go long again after I closed it out. So within a matter of 2 minutes, I made four trades that turned out to be a loss, which essentially took which took 2.5%. I had a 2.5% within 3 minutes. It's gone. And then and then I went long the Dow, and I made a 0.5%. Then I made it even worse. And then I went into Euro USD, EU, and then I went long while it was still going down. And then I lost 2% immediately. And I'm like, at this time I'm saying to myself, I'm saying to myself, no, don't do it. No. But everything just, and then I'm saying to myself, oh my god, the whole weeks of work is gone. One whole week of work has just disappeared. It just disappeared. So it's like a whole week just disappeared. All that work is just gone. And I'm saying to myself, no, don't do it. No. But it's after the fact. I don't, wow, I don't know how to fix this. I have no idea. I don't know how to fix this. I'm saying to myself, oh my God, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. This is year five. I'm saying to myself, this is year five, and I keep doing this. I'm just keep doing this. I keep doing the same thing. I keep doing the same thing that's causing this. I'm, I keep doing the same thing to undermine what I'm doing. I, my brain just switches. It just becomes like, it becomes, it becomes inflamed, enraged. My brain becomes enraged, and it just causes it to just like, it's like it careens out of control. It's like my brain is being hijacked. I have no idea how to control this. I have no, I'm literally saying I have no idea how to control this. I worked on it for one full week. Okay, I've survived. I've survived a nearly 5% drawdown. And then now it's like 4.5% drawdown again. After it's like it's the same pattern. It's the same pattern of it's the same pattern. It's the same pattern that I've experienced with options trading. I just don't know what to do. It's like It's like it would take me like 5 days to accumulate. Okay, it takes me 5 days to accumulate, and then it takes like 10 minutes to erase it. It takes me one full week to accumulate, and it takes 5 minutes to erase everything. And even though I was trading small, what I do is I after I lose that initial one, I just go berserk and go like it's like I'm telling the market to just keep taking it. And this happens. This happens all the time. This happens nearly 400 times. And this is how wow, now I'm like now I got to start all over again. Now I got to start all over again. I have to start all over from scratch again. Oh my god. This is why it's so hard. This is why it's so hard. That's why they don't make it like they don't that's why they don't make it a 4% gain. It's got to be 10%. Making 10% is extremely difficult. Oh my god, I keep saying to myself, no. 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 Don't do that. No. I'm just saying to myself, no. 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 My god. Oh my god. Oh, I'm saying, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I really hate this, but I can't fix it. I hate this. I spent a whole week, one full week trying to get this thing to work. And then in 5 minutes, it's gone. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, I want to document this. I need to document this. I may never make it. From what I've just seen right now, from what I've seen just now, I may never. I'm telling you, I may never be profitable ever. I may never be profitable. Wow. This is wow. It's triggered by a single loss. One loss with an enormous amount of green, the red candle. That one candle just switched my brain. It's like that movie Exorcist. It's like the movie Exorcist. The brain just switches. The brain just like wraps around. It just disappears. It's like the movie Exorcist. It's like the market just completely erases my mind. Wow. My God, man. One full week, 5 years erased. 5 years of work just erased in 5 minutes. Wow. Wow. Literally, this is hell. This is literally hell. Because I'm doing it to myself. I'm literally doing it to myself. And because what it will do is it'll work fine for quite a while. It'll work. And then there will be days like this. Like 5 minutes will just completely erase it. How did I how did I get into this? How did I get in here? How did this happen? Look at that. Now I'm like right back to zero. I'm right back to zero. It's fortunate that I haven't blown this account. But now I'm back to square. Yesterday what I did was I drew down 2% and then I fought my way back and then gained that 2% back. And so I was at par. And then today it just took 4% just completely. It took 4.5% of my account just gone. Wow. And it's the exorcist. It's the brain. There isn't a like a safety thing that says, okay, if it does this, I need to stop. There's nothing in the circuitry. There's nothing in the brain that causes it to stop. And I'm doing this. And I've been doing this for 5 years. This is literally hell. This is hell. Wow. I've just wasted like 5 years of my life, and I know what's causing this. I know it. I know what's causing this to occur to me. I know it. I know what this problem is, but I can't fix it. Because what it will do is I'll be trading well for like a month. And then one day it will just wipe everything out. See, I'm like, okay, so it goes down. And then I went long. Oh, no, I went short, and then it goes back up, and then when I closed, started to come back down, and I went short, and it just I'm just wow. I'm still dazed. I'm just dazed. I've been watching these podcasts with like very very successful traders. I've been watching them, and all of them are very successful. And this number one problem in my trading, it just set me back again. Wow. Man, I was halfway there. I had 4.5%. All I had to do was get 4 more% and I'm done on phase one. Wow. Wow, now I'm back to like zero. I'm like $3 in a drawdown now. I gotta start all over. Ah, and it's already June. It's already June. Oh my God. February I was funded. Now it's like 4 months. Wow, this is absolutely nuts. This is wow, this is crazy. This is literally this is I'm I'll tell you what. This is literally this is me. This is me. This is my problem. This is my problem. Not anybody else's problem. This is my problem. And I can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix this. But this is something that I need to fix. But I can't fix it. Wow. In order for me to progress, I have to fix this. I have to fix this part of me. If I don't fix this part of me, then it's over. It cannot continue. If I do not fix this, which is impossible, virtually impossible. This is virtually impossible to fix because it's my brain. And when the brain switches in a certain state, it just tosses everything to reason whatsoever. I have no solution for this problem that I have. But this is something that I need to fix in order to make this successful. But I have no solution for this problem. It's like this problem that I have is like it's like trying to play basketball when I'm 1 foot tall. It's like trying to play soccer without legs. Wow. That literally that candle right there. That candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candle right there. Within a matter of 10 minutes, I've erased more than a week's of work. That little sequence of candles just erased. Wow. So I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's figure this out. let's figure this out. Okay, so I know what my problem is now. I know it. Okay. Trading is quite easy. Okay, the trading part of it is quite easy. Okay? It's quite easy. It's quite easy to do. But at those moments where it's those moments where my trade does not go the way it's supposed to. Okay? It's when my trade doesn't go as I planned, that's when things cause problems. So I need to fix this. If I don't fix this, it's going to be the same problem. I was able to make more than 4% in 1 week. Okay, I can make it. And that's why professionals talk about it's easy to make it, but it's hard to keep it. It's easy to make, but it's hard to keep it. That's the problem. I literally was like screaming. I was like I'm seeing it, but I cannot do it. I'm literally screaming at myself, but I keep doing the same thing. It's like my brain gets into it gets latched. It's like it's like my brain gets like switched into something, and I can't do anything about it. This, fortunately for me, at this point, the cost of doing it's not business. It's not a business because I'm not making any money at all. So fortunately for me, this is why it's so hard. This is why it's so hard. This is why it's so hard. That's why most people can't make it. This is why most people can't do this. This is it. This is the reason why. And I keep saying that. Okay, that's my problem. That's my problem. And this is why I cannot do this. It's already second day into my trading, okay? It's my second day, and I messed up. See, the first loss was benign because my trade size was small. It was small. I could have weathered it. I could have allowed it to just keep going, and the loss would have been. It was small. It was only like 0.5%. It was only 0.5% loss, and it actually came back. Okay, all I had to do was just be calm, but I just panicked because it was moving sideways in a very, very small amount. Okay. My God, 5 years of work down the drain because of this problem. So specifically, I need to identify what this problem is. Okay. This problem that I have is this. Okay, this problem that I have, and I think I've defined it earlier too, right? It says here spontaneous combustion. That's what happens. It happens, and it's also a primary reason for breach. I made this video like May 22nd, YouTube video, which is about 2 weeks ago. I made this YouTube video 2 weeks ago, and I'm doing the same thing. I haven't solved it. I have not figured this out. That's why most professional traders, they only take small amount of trades. If they take lots of trades, they can get into this situation. The brain will switch on. That's why they're very, very methodical in the way that they're trading. Okay? That's why they're very, very methodical. So that it separates them from getting into this emotional state of exorcism. That's how they are able to avoid it. That's why the author of the million, what is that? Jack Schwager was being interviewed and says, "Oh, some people trade with a 1 minute candle," and the guy goes, "Wow, okay, now I see why." He knows this. This is what happens. This is a evolutionary kind of a psychological a state of mind that causes the human beings to be unable to trade in this manner. and I'm attempting to do. I'm at the threshold, toggling back and forth, trying to keep my mind in a state of sanity for the duration of the period. Because people talk about, like, some people are in funded stages that lose. It's not them. It's the person who's trading. It's not the prop firm that's causing it. It's the person who's trading it that's doing this. They're doing it to themselves. I'm doing it to myself. It gets into a state. It gets into a state where it gives this human being the opportunity. See, right there, that right there, that right there, that right there, that right there, 10 minutes. That 10 minutes took 5 years of my life. That 10 minutes, those 10 minutes took 5 years of my life. And it may take another 5 years of my life because I cannot solve it. It is something, it's a problem that cannot be solved. It is a problem that cannot be solved. So how do I solve something? How do I solve a problem that cannot be solved? How? How do I solve a problem that cannot be solved? Wow, how do I solve a problem that cannot be solved? That's what I'm trying to solve. Okay? I'm asking this question. My voice has complete. I was like screaming. I was like, oh my God. I had my face in my hands and I was like screaming. I said, no, no. It's not just one trade. It's like 8 trades. I made 8 trades. Within those 8 trades, I lost. It's not just one trade. It's like sequence of trades. That's what makes it even worse. But there is a slight improvement now. There is a slight improvement. In the past, I would lose my account, but I didn't lose my account. Okay. There's something, I have made a slight improvement, but not by much. In the past, I would lose my challenge. It would be gone. Okay? But for some reason, it's still alive. I don't know. I don't know how, but it's still alive. Wow. I'm fortunate that I'm trading like the 5K account because I would have blown the 10K. What I've deduced is this. What I've deduced is this. I'm attempting to solve a problem that cannot be solved. Okay? So there is this brain, and this brain has a intermediary called, and her name is what is her name? Her name is Amy G. Dalla. And she sits between the logical side and the body. She is the entity that sits between the logical side and the body. And then when something traumatic happens, this logical side just shuts down. It completely shuts down. And then Amy controls everything. And when Amy controls everything, the amygdala, it causes havoc. But somehow, something happened when the logical side was screaming and yelling. Somehow, there was a detachment between the amygdala and the body. Just so much time, give enough time to stop trading. Okay? It gave enough time for the amygdala to detach itself from the body. Okay? And then the logical side somehow got connected with the body and controlled the body to stop trading. That's what happened. Now, what I'm attempting to do, don't worry about like strategies now. At this point, at this state, At this stage of my trading now, I've pinpointed to exactly, I know that my strategies do work. I have proven it. I have proven that my strategies do work. The problem is, what professionals talk about is that professionals talk about is you can. It's easy to make money, but it's hard to keep it. Okay. Now, if that's the case, then however many trades that I'm making, I need to make sure that I'm not. I need to make sure that I give myself the time to recover from the trauma of losing a trade. I have to do that. I have to give myself the time in order for me to give myself time to recover from that loss. This this little mind thing is not a trivial matter. It's not a whimsical thing. It's a very, very serious thing. When somebody is in a vegetable state, the whole body doesn't work. That's how that's how that's how that's how important the brain is. The brain controls everything. And the brain gets detached from whatever I'm doing. Even yesterday I was in a state of like it's just utterly amazing that I was not aware of the subconscious thing that I was doing, which is I would place in a trade and I would be so convinced, even though the account would be going into breach, that I would be like so convinced, even at a point where the account is like close to getting breached. I would be so convinced what I was doing is correct that I cannot get out. I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm saying, oh my God, Key, look, it's wrong. But just, and then I'm saying to myself, you're not going to do anything about it, are you? You're not going to you're just not going to do anything about it, are you? Right? And then as the time progresses, many hours later, then I'm thinking, my trade is wrong. I just lost my voice. Today I lost my voice. I'm just amazed how many people are like profitable. I'm just amazed how many people are profitable. Wow. And this is very important for me. Okay, this is very, very important because I'm trying to solve something that cannot be fixed. This is a problem that cannot be fixed, but I'm trying to solve it because uh because the trades, okay, the trades. Wow. Oh my God. So this essentially is it. This is the reason why people can't make money. I can't make money. This is the reason why. Okay? I thought to myself after watching these like a podcast of these people who are making lots of money. I mean, every one of them that was on the podcast was making money. Every one of them. Every one of them was making money in the podcast. Okay? Every one of them. All right? Then I was wondering, wow, if everybody's making money in the podcast, who's losing money? Okay? Me. I'm losing money. Wow. Today I lost my voice today because I was like screaming at myself. I was like, oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. Today was very, very painful. Today was extremely painful. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The 10 minutes is just totally just wow. And I got decent amount of sleep too. Oh my God. Wow. One momentary lapse in the mind causes that. It erases everything. So it's easy. I can tell you it's easy to make money, but it's hard, really, really hard to keep it. See, I can put on a trade, a sequence of trades, as long as, and my mind is okay too. I can lose as long as my mind is on track. I could experience the same loss yesterday, and I wouldn't be in this state. But today, for some reason, I was in a mental state of, I don't know, some like emotional state came over me. Some emotional state just invaded my body. Okay? This is really, 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 really hard. So I gotta figure this out. So I'm right now. I'm able to make 1%. I'm able to make 2% now each day. Each day I can make 2%. Okay, so I gotta keep doing this, but I need to figure this. I need to solve this thing. Okay, so I didn't lose this challenge. So I'm gonna stop today. Uh, Today's Tuesday, so there's 3 more days left in this week. So I could get to about 6% if I'm trading it right. But today, it just totally destroyed. It just totally destroyed the gain that I had. Okay, it just totally destroyed it. See, I've experienced this, but I wasn't able to like fully appreciate what was happening to me when I was doing the options trading. The first 2 years of this 5 year journey that I was in, and now I realize that this is it. This truly is turning the corner for me. Is solving this thing. So how could I fix this? How could I see if I even if I use the stop loss, even if I use the stop loss, okay? At this time, I was not using stop loss because my size was small. But if I used the stop loss, it would have been over with, and I would not be in this state. Okay, maybe I need to keep using the stop loss. So I need to set my. I need to make sure that any time that I make a trade, the stop loss has to be there. It has to be there. The stop loss has to always be there. Other people can trade it without it, but for me, I have to have the stop loss because it could cause a emotional trauma because it could move so much that it would cause my mind to go out of it's literally it's like the movie Exorcist. Some outer body just invades my mind and controls it. Okay? It's like it's like some other force enters into my mind and invades it and causes an I was actually up 4%, wasn't I? Yeah, I was up 4%. Wow. Now I'm right. I just lost it. Huh. Okay, so man, I lost it. I just lost it, man. Look at that. I'm back to square one. I'm right back to the starting gate. If I'm wow, this is why I wow. Wow. So how do I solve this? How do I solve this? How do I solve something that cannot be solved? I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. How do I solve? See, I can make it. I can make money. I can make it. But it's hard to keep it. It's impossible to keep it. It's impossible. I can make it, but it's impossible to keep it. Now I see why. I saw this guy who says that he only puts in like $4,000 at a time. And then when he makes it, he pulls it out because he gets into the same situation. His mind just, he knows. These people know. They know what's going on. Okay? For me, it happens more often than they do, where I can't even pass a single challenge. Okay? Oh my god. So what I have to so I have to do something. I have to figure this out. So when I lose big, I need to stop. I need to stop myself. When I lose big, I have to stop. I have to force myself to stop. At least at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. I got to stop because my aggressiveness is to make it back, and I want to make it back. I don't want to lose. And so I have to get it back. But that makes it even worse. Okay. So this must be obviously very, very important to me. Okay, so I stopped trading. Okay, so wow. So I'm back to square one. But fortunately for me, I am now able to really I'm able to get more than 2% per day. I'm able to do that. So despite the fact that there's some positive to this. Despite the fact that I just could not believe this last trade that I made. Wow. I have no idea. I just cannot believe how I did that. I'm just like, wow. How could I have? How could I? Wow. I'm just. I'm just like, wow. How could you do that? How could you do that? How could you make that trade? How? How did you make that trade? How? How did you just make that trade, man? How? Wow. Wow. How do I solve something that cannot be solved? Okay. Okay. So this is very important. I have to vet this out. It's currently at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is very, very important. How do I solve something that cannot be? Okay, so anything is possible. Okay, anything is possible, and anything can be solved. Okay, anything can be solved. So how do I solve this problem that has been plaguing me for 5 years? How do I solve this? How? How do I solve this when I know? How do I solve it? So I need something. The subconscious has to know that when this particular situation occurs, it separates me from doing any trading. Okay, because it'll get me into a state of like complete uh like chaos. Okay, so my God, I still can't believe. I just wow. So how do I solve something? How do I solve something that wow, I suppose. See, all these uh, professional traders, they know they've gone through this and they've figured this out. They figured this out somehow. They're getting payouts, but people like myself, who's been doing this for it's at 5 years. Okay, this is 5 years. This is 5 years. Today was a very, very emotional day. Today, I don't know why. I was at work and I got very, very emotional. I don't know why it got emotional, but it got emotional. I think that has something to do with it. And plus the fact that I was washing dishes for like 5.5 hours, that may have, it caused my body to be weakened and then my mind to be weakened. Okay? And that's probably what caused this to occur. Um, I wonder if there's any correlation. I wonder if there's any correlation between the losses that I've incurred with the days that I worked. I wonder if there's a correlation. Okay, is there a correlation? Last time I did last time I had a 4% loss, right? I want to know if there's a correlation there. Okay, let's see. Wow, look at that. God. So painful. Okay, let's see. No, there's no correlation. It was Friday. I lost that much on a Friday. See, in fact, on a Monday, I made 3%. So something happened to me. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Ah, oh, God. Oh, so painful. So painful. Dang. Ah, trading is so difficult. See, even after I lost that 25 bucks, I would have still been up 4%. But I kept doing it. Wow, that was painful. God. I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed with myself. I am so disappointed. Okay, it's time to start trading again. I'm at this stage incredibly envious of those people who are able to make these trades because they figured this out. I haven't figured it out, but they figured this out. I'm incredibly envious. I'm incredibly envious. I am.